partner. Come on, you gotta get off. Hey. Hey, Bill, something's wrong. Hey, he's bleeding. He's hurt. You better call.
12:30, this is
headquarters. Inspector Van Alsdale and Sergeant Cassidy are at the car. Call them Van Alsdale.
Hold it, Inspector. Putting Captain Goodlad on.
Van Alsdale?
Yes, sir.
Have I got this right, Lou? Did you say there are 3 black youngsters involved in this?
That's right.
Well, any physical evidence?
No weapon.
How about witnesses?
Well, we have a pretty good description of the 3 boys.
Well, I spoke to the lieutenant. You're in charge of this case as of right now. Say, Lou, what's your theory on these 3 boys?
Bunco trick. Distraction. Watch the hand in action while the other hand does the dirty work.
Well, maybe. Right now, they're your only lead. Find them.
This is case number 752. The body is that of a well-developed, well-nourished white male appearing about the stated age and showing absence of rigor mortis and slight live bore over the dorsal aspect of the body. The head has a moderate amount of long, wavy, medium brown hair. The pupils are round and equal. The lower part of the face shows a well.
These are new.
These are too. $50 a pair.
Anything on the weapon?
A long, narrow, sharp instrument of some kind, possibly an ice pick. Thrust into the occipital area at the base of the skull at an upward angle, unquote.
Looks like a professional job, Pat.
Very professional.
No laundry marks.
There are no needle puncture marks.
Made in Spain.
$50 bill, $10 bill, and a rent receipt. His name is John Williams.
John Williams with no middle initial. All right, have his prints checked with ID and run him through CII. They match. The Viking Hotel.
587 Shafter. Jones, 587 Shafter.
How are you?
What does that smile supposed to mean? That you won't put me in jail someday?
I never looked at it that way. What's your name?
Lulu.
Beautiful.
What's yours?
Patrick. And this is Inspector Van Alsdale.
Well, everything's really cool around here this morning. That's truth.
Glad to hear it. You got a John Williams living here?
Nope.
Room 201?
Oh, him?
Him. This receipt says he checked in here 10 days ago.
So?
Where's room 201?
Top of the stairs.
When did you last see this fella?
Yesterday. Yeah. I know I ain't seen him today. I like you. I don't like him. How come he's an inspector?
He's protecting you and me and everybody we love. If you like me, Lulu, why don't you look at me when you're talking to me? Don't be impolite. What time yesterday?
Oh, well, it was late afternoon.
Coming in or going out?
Going out.
Who was he with, Lulu?
He was alone.
What time yesterday afternoon? 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock?
I don't think it was dark yet.
How'd he spend his time?
I don't know.
Work. He had friends, didn't he? Well, you've got a beautiful pair of eyes there, Lulu. Now, you see things. Try to remember what you can.
You act everybody that lives here.
You can't run a place like this without keeping on your toes. How many times he checks in? It's 10 days. Sees people. Has friends over, talks on the phone, and you're sitting here all the time to her. Now, tell me what you can do this way. Been outside yet? Nice, but there's something more about it. It's the first day of the week. You don't want it to start out. Where'd he go? He talked to who are his friends. Give it a try.
I saw him with the moose.
We gotta dig out, man.
What?
They're on the way. The whole bunch of them.
We gotta take our way out of here.
I love you. We gotta dig out. We gotta dig out, baby. Gotta dig out, all of you losers. We gotta dig out. Dig out, baby. We gotta dig out. Here they come.
I love you, too. Who is he? I don't know. Who are you? What's your name? Come on, what's your name? Huh? Would you believe J. Parkington Moose? No, I wouldn't. M-O-O-S-E. How many times you been arrested, Moose?
Oh, 137.
We'll make it 138. The way you were using that shovel, it's worth a year in jail.
Lou? Horsepower.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, Moose, here we are. Your little home away from home.
Right all's down. Your victim's prints are on file with CII.
He's a lover, aren't you?
He's Bo Cooper, Lou. If that doesn't mean anything, try Frederick D. Cooper. If that doesn't mean anything, take a look at one of those freighters coming in the Golden Gate. Almost any freighter. 5 will get you 20. It belongs to Cooper Shipping. Now, you tell me why Bo Cooper would be living in a flea bag hotel using a phony name. A weekend hippie?
Somehow I don't think so, Captain.
Well, the old man's been notified. He ought to be upstairs any minute to make the positive identification.
Cooper?
Yes?
I'm Inspector Van Alsdale. I'm investigating the case. I was wondering
Get busy and find out who killed my son.
Anything on those 3 kids yet?
No, sir.
Why not?
We're doing everything we can, Captain. Juvenile Bureau is working on it. We've asked the press to give us a hand.
Is that all?
So far, yes, sir. It's going to cost money. Till payday.
Hello, Ernie.
Hello, Inspector. How come you're working on a Sunday?
It's my own idea.
And you are working.
Oh, yeah. And I think you can help me. Did you read the papers today?
No.
Take a look. What do you think of that? I have to find those 3 kids, Ernie. 12, 13, 14 years old. Sure you haven't read it?
No.
Oh, you watch your television, don't you? You listen to your radio. Come on, Ernie, it's all over the news. I want to talk to those kids.
No way I can help you. Kids. I ain't got no lines like that, man. I'm out of touch.
Get some lines. Get in touch. Make some phone calls. Talk to some people. You can do that, can't you? Sure you can. Give me a call at this extension, okay?
Yeah, hold on just a minute.
Talk to Mr. Cooper's home. I understand he's in the office today.
That's right. 26th floor. Use the elevator on the end.
Thank you.
These days. She doesn't like her home. She doesn't like me. She doesn't like anything. She'd rather wear long hair and long clothes and sit on the floor with cockroaches
a bunch of hippies and smoke pot.
Who are we talking about, Mr. Cooper?
Who do you think we're talking about? What's the matter with you? Don't you like music? We're talking about Kathy.
Who's Kathy?
My daughter.
When did she disappear? Maybe we can help you find her.
How many kids do you have?
None.
I got 3. 2 boys and a girl. This one kid, see? This boy, this son, my eldest, he would have been 30 years old next month. Named him after me, Frederick Jr. Oh, when he was a little fella, I used to get a special kind of pain holding his hand, watching his eyes, watching his mind, really, feeling with what he could see or touch. We took the boat around the bay one Saturday afternoon. It was kind of rainy. And that kid gave me a half-hour speech on strawberries and lions. It was beautiful. It was, he made my heart sing that day. He's dead now. Drowned. Right out there. 6 months ago. What do you want?
I'm Sergeant Cassidy, and this is Inspector...
I know. Van something.
Van Alsdale.
Bo had a good name. Bo Cooper. United States Senator. Sounds good, huh? Well, he would have made it by the time he was 30. He could have been the President of the United States. That's how good he was. Why, he's dead, too. Somebody murdered him yesterday with an ice pick. Who killed Bo?
I don't know, Mr. Cooper.
Well, why not? What's the matter with you? Don't you know your job?
Did he work for you?
Housing and Urban Development Agency, Washington, D.C. Urban problems, better housing, better lives for underprivileged people. Think of what he could have accomplished for this country. What he could have done for your people. When his older brother died, he resigned to come here and work for me.
When did you see him last?
A week ago, Thursday, just before he went to Morro Bay. He needed some rest. He had a little beach shack there.
Did he say anything before he left that might have indicated?
So long, Pop. See you in a couple of weeks. Take care of yourself.
How did he get to Morro Bay?
He drove. Oh, wait a minute. He said something about Kathy driving him there. Kathy. She's my last one. I'm running out of kids, boys.
I'd like to get in touch with her.
So would I.
Well, when did you see her last?
Last month. We had a drink and dinner and another argument. Nobody should have kids these days. They're great when they're little. Hiya, Charlie. How's the boy?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great.
Who let these people in?
They let themselves in.
Get out.
They're cops, Charlie.
I thought they were newspaper people. They're swarming all over your house.
I know. That's why I hold up in this joint.
I think it only prudent to inform you that Mr. Cooper is neither as healthy as he looks nor as tough as he sounds. I've been treating him for an angina condition for 2 years, and I don't want it aggravated. Is that clear?
Clear. Inspector, this is Dr.
Bedford. Charlie Bedford.
Dr. Bedford thinks we ought to question Mr. Cooper at some later date. Right, Doctor?
Right.
When would be a good time, Doctor?
Tomorrow, after he's had some rest.
Thank you, Doctor.
You better get some sleep.
How would I do that, Charlie?
Cooper, Catherine Ann. Traffic violation last April. Car was sold in June. No record of another purchase. The address at that time was in Berkeley. One of their units checked it out. Landlady said she moved about a month ago. No forwarding address.
What kind of place is it?
$100 a month unfurnished.
Talk to that landlady. Maybe she used a moving company. Also, get started on these tags. We found them on Bo Cooper's clothing.
Right.
Herman, cover Bo Cooper's office. Give it a good going over. Find out the people he was close to there. Check out all of them. His sister's latest address and phone number might be there, among other things. Have we got a warrant to get into his house yet?
The DA says be ready in the morning. I'll pick it up first thing.
All right, cover his house, too. Something worthwhile might turn up there. Hold it. Anything from Morro Bay yet?
Chief of Police says he'll check into it. Let us know as soon as possible.
Inspector Van Alsdale. Yeah? Yeah. Moose is feeling better.
I feel awful, man. Like I feel terrible. I can think of maybe 6 million other places I'd rather be right now. 6 jillion. 10.
Sure you can, Moose.
This just ain't no place for me.
Well, you'll feel better when we transfer you to the hospital, Moose.
I've been at that hospital. And I know I ain't gonna feel any better there.
Where else you been, Moose?
You name it, I've been there. I've been out with them, in with them. Man, this is awful.
What about John Williams?
Who's that?
Room 201, Viking Hotel, little beard.
Oh, yeah, him. What about him?
Old pal Leo's?
Nah. Never saw him till a week ago. He come at me in a bar. He was trying everybody.
What do you mean trying everybody?
He told me he wanted to see the trench.
Trench?
Freddie Trench?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see Trench, Moose?
He never said.
We must have said something.
You a friend of the Trench, Moose?
Are you kidding? Who's a friend of Freddie Trench? Name me one.
How'd you leave it with him?
I told him I'd put him next to the trench, but that'd take a while. He was flashing some money, and I was stringing him, you know.
Sure.
The trench ain't close to nobody. Nobody's close to the trench, and nobody sees the trench unless he says, come see me. I feel bad. Real bad.
Did you get to see him?
I don't know. Tell me something.
Yeah.
Think I could get myself another blanket? I'm freezing like in the Arctic.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do, Moose.
Fred Trench. Several aliases here. Suspicion extortion. Suspicion murder. Suspicion illegal drugs. Suspicion accessory to murder. 17 arrests, no convictions.
Call in, please.
This is 72, go.
Did you get your information from mine?
Yes, sir. Freddie Trench, what apartment is he in?
Mr. Trench is out.
Out where?
He didn't say.
Try him.
Afraid I can't do that.
Ring him.
Go ahead, ring him, Toby.
Mr. Trench?
What?
There's a man downstairs to see you. Yes. You.
Hey, there's a pig down here asking for you. State your business.
Bo Cooper.
Bo Cooper. Right. He never heard that name before. Bye.
What's your name, friend?
Cope.
Cope what?
Donald Cope.
Turn around, Donnie boy. Come on, turn around. Back up. Come on. You got a permit for this thing?
Pig.
You're under arrest. You, dial 554-0024, and don't be long about it. Oh, well, what do we have here? This is Mr. Cope. Mr. Cope was breaking the law. Can you read? Well, I can. 1, you have a right to remain silent. 2, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. 3, you have the right to talk to your lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. 4, if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. Got all that? Good. Taken, Pat. Sir. Mr. Cope. This is Inspector 72. I'm at 2727 Almadine. I need a cage here for a prisoner. Right. Give this to Mr. Trench the next time you see him.
Captain Delgado called in from Morro Bay. He checked all the neighbors. No one's been in that shack for months. According to the clerk at Dante's, Bo Cooper went shopping the afternoon he was supposed to have driven down there. His companion was a blonde. She was wearing sunglasses, 5'5", 110, mod clothes, 21 to 24, who helped him pick out his clothes.
That'll be his kid sister, Kathy.
Well, she was working as a school teacher over in Berkeley up until a month ago.
What did the people at the school say?
She quit the same time she moved.
Homicide, Van Alsdale. Put him on. Check the school board. Hello, Ernie. Where are you? Come on, Ernie, hop in.
Right over there. 3rd floor, apartment 19. The name is Raphael Lewis.
What else?
That's it. That's as far as I go. Now, what about my bread?
What about Freddie Trench, Ernie?
What about him?
What's he doing these days?
Same thing he's been doing, buying and selling.
And putting people on cable cars?
I don't know anything about that.
You're lying, Ernie. It was a hard contract. Who does that kind of thing for Trench these days?
Don't mess with that kind of package. A man could get himself killed for asking the kind of question you just asked.
That's right.
Is Raphael home?
I don't know.
Would you look?
What do you want him for?
I want to talk to him. Are you his sister?
I'm Lily.
Lily. Well, I'm a policeman. Can I come in?
Are you in charge today?
Till Rainey come home.
Who's Rainey?
Rainey Lewis. She my sister.
Is Raphael with her?
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
He knows.
Raphael?
Raphael, how old are you?
He 11.
12.
Then you're old enough to know why I'm here.
He done it, Mr. Hamilton.
Shut up.
I ain't afraid of you.
See your pockets. Just like to scare her, huh?
She's scared all the time anyhow.
What about yourself? Who were those other two boys with you? How much did you get for driving that cable car?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. I heard what Lily said, so did you. Who paid you?
Nobody paid.
Then why'd you do it?
Just did it is all.
Weren't you scared?
What of?
All those people, man.
Honkies.
What if you got caught? Suppose they told your sister. Wouldn't she punish you?
What's she gonna do?
Is there anything you're scared of, Raphael? Anything at all?
Yeah, Uncle. He's scared of me. Ain't that right, Rafe? Tell him who runs it, Rafe.
Hell runs it.
You hear that, Uncle?
Harold who?
You hear something, brothers? It's pizza time, Rafe. Go on, I'm hungry.
You're interfering with the police officer.
Police officer. Did you hear that, brothers?
Get out of my way.
They don't hear it. And I don't hear it, because you ain't nothing, Uncle. They don't want you out there because you're black. We don't want you down here because you work for them. That makes you nothing.
What's going on in here?
You come just in time, Rainey.
Who are you?
Police officer. Your name, please.
I'm Rainey Lewis. What right have you got to be in here?
Every right in the world. Your brother was involved in that cable car trouble with the two other boys. This man put him up to it.
He don't know that for sure, baby.
Did Raphael tell you that?
Raphael didn't have to tell me. I want to talk to him.
No, he's a minor. He has his rights. He doesn't have to talk to you.
A few minutes ago, he lied to me, and then he ran away.
That's never happened before?
Plenty of times. But this time I can do something about it, and so can you. One of two things is going to happen right now. I'm going to find him and take him into custody. Or you can cooperate.
With the police?
With me.
No way that's going to happen, Uncle.
I spent about 1 minute with this man. I don't know how much time you've spent with him. That's your business. But he can only bring you trouble. Apparently you have two youngsters to raise. What kind of future do they have if Raphael makes a hero out of him and a heavy out of me? He's 12 years old right now. What's he going to be 5, 10 years from now? You think about that. This is where you can reach me. I expect you to call me when he comes home. I'll see you later, brother.
I just got back from the Board of Education, Lou. She's here, right here in town. Been here all the time.
School for disturbed children.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. Want to be a good Samaritan?
My nature, Lou.
Ring Cooper. Tell him we've located his daughter. Where are you living?
I have an apartment about 3 blocks away.
Why haven't you called me?
I've been doing my crying.
I want you to come home, Kathy. I want you to come home right now. It's not a safe neighborhood.
It's safe for me. I like it.
You're stubborn.
No, I'm weary. So very weary. We've been all over this before.
Yes, I suppose we have. And it comes down to the fact that you have no regard for me anymore.
I have. every kind of regard for you. Have some for me. Let me live my own life. I'm doing what I like to do. It's simple and satisfying, and it pleases me.
After what happened, don't you feel you owe me something?
Don't use it. Please, don't.
What do you mean?
I simply cannot be whatever it is you want me to be.
Kathy, you're the last one.
Please. Don't get me started again. What is it, Ben? What are you doing? Did you get lonely? Huh? Did you just want to come and visit me? Do you want to go outside and play? Would you say yes for me, Ben, please? Come on. Can you say yes for me, Ben? For me. Say yes. I want to go out and play. For me. Okay. Come on, let's go.
T-R-E-N-C-H?
That's right.
I never heard that name before. Why should I?
Your son never mentioned it?
I said no. What's the implication?
We're looking for a professional killer. Trench is the kind of man who'd be able to arrange it.
I don't understand you. I don't understand you. I don't understand policemen. You admit such people exist? Why don't you round them up, kill them, wipe them off the face of the earth? Why do you allow them to breathe?
I can understand how you feel, Mr. Cooper.
Would you like a ride on the swing today, Ben? Could you try and say yes for me today, Ben, please? For me? Come on. Now, make sure that you really are. Sit down. Hold on. Try to say yes. Hello.
Hi.
You're a policeman, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
I'm Kathy Cooper. I thought you'd be around. This is Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Ben's trying to make up his mind whether or not he wants to talk today. I think I can help him. Is there anything I can do to help you?
You can tell us what you can about your brother.
Well, we fought a lot as kids. I chipped his tooth once.
Did he confide in you?
I told him things and he told me things. We didn't lie to each other, if that's what you mean.
That day you saw him last, the day you went shopping together, did he tell you anything about his plans?
You know about that. He said that he wanted to change his image for a while, and he figured that I was an expert.
Well, the way it looks to us, something happened that day to change his mind about going to Morro Bay.
It didn't happen that day. It happened about a week before, when I told him about Junior.
Told him what about Junior?
Junior was using heroin when he died.
You mean the day he died, or what?
Junior had a habit. He used it every day. I knew about it. Bo was out of town so much, he had no idea. I tried to help him, but I guess you know how far I got with that. Ben, would you pretend that you swallowed this? Can you do that? Yes, you can. Now open your mouth wide. Wider. Yeah, Bo was absolutely miserable about it when I told him.
Did your brother ever mention a man named Trench?
No, I don't believe so.
Does that name mean anything to you?
No, I don't know that name. And I don't know if I want to keep talking about it. Now, Ben, I want you to feel the tennis ball right down here in your tummy. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes? All right. Well, I want you to say yes. For me. Can you do that? Say yes. Say yes. Yes? Again. Oh, Ben. Oh, Ben, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
We'll put him on a 4-hour schedule. That's 2 milligrams. 2 milligrams, starting right now.
10?
10. I'll be in to see him as soon as I find my pants.
Right, Doctor.
I take it you're not here for an examination.
I don't think I could afford you, Doctor. I read the transcript of the inquest into the death of Frederick Cooper, Jr.
So?
You signed the death certificate, Doctor.
I did. I was summoned. I was on hand when they brought him in. Perfectly normal. It was clear the death came from drowning.
Any other factors?
Well, you read the coroner's report.
I did. That's why I came to see you.
I have nothing more and nothing less to say to you than I said to the coroner. It was clear the death came by drowning.
You could tell that by looking at the body?
I'm a physician. Aside from circumstances which might lead even a layman to suspect drowning, there were certain physical manifestations.
Yeah, protruding eyes, darkened face, muscular tension.
Educated.
Is that all right?
I'm all for it.
What about contributing factors, Doctor? Like high alcohol content in the bloodstream, contents of the stomach, when he had eaten last. Was there any sign of drugs?
Drugs?
Drugs.
What are you trying to pull?
I'm investigating a murder.
Then I suggest you confine yourself to just that.
I'm asking for your help, Doctor. Bo Cooper wanted everybody to believe he was at Morro Bay. Now, it seems to me he wouldn't do that unless whoever and whatever it was he was interested in was close to the family. Now, you stay pretty close to that family, Doctor. Is there any reason you can think of why he might have been investigating his brother's death?
Absolutely none.
Glad you came to see me instead of going to see Mr. Cooper again. This hasn't been one of his best weeks. It's been too good for me either. I just couldn't face going to the office today. You've heard about Mr. Cooper's other son?
Yes, we have.
Doesn't seem possible. That was 6 months ago, and now Bo's gone, too.
You are the controller for Cooper Shipping, and Bo was the treasurer and vice president?
That's right.
Where did you see Bo last, Mr. McBride?
Right here. On the boat, 2 weeks ago.
You knew his brother, Frederick Cooper, Jr.?
Sure. I worked with him. We went to law school together. Junior and I were, Boy, how he hated that name. Yeah, Junior was one of my closest friends. He put me in the firm. He started at 50,000, I started at 15. There are some advantages to being the son of the president. There are some disadvantages, too. He never had a chance to forget being Frederick Cooper, Jr.
See him socially?
Socially, yeah. Excuse me, I thought you wanted to talk to me about Bo.
Well, there may be a connection between the two deaths.
Connection?
You testified at the inquest into his death, and there was something on page 48 of the testimony that Inspector Van Alsdale and I were wondering about. You said, I shouldn't have taken the boat out that afternoon, and there's no follow-up. Could you help us?
I sure can. The wind was up to 30 knots that day, and she's not rigged for heavy weather.
Why did you go out then?
Well, Junior showed up with a couple of pretty girls, and we thought it'd be an exciting afternoon. An hour later, the Coast Guard had a resuscitator on him. He was up forward trying to set the spinnaker sail, and he went over the side. That was that. I miss him.
Could he have been under the influence of narcotics that day?
Narcotics? I don't think he even had a drink.
Is Kathy Cooper a good friend of yours, Mr. McBride?
Kathy? We've wondered about getting married 40 or 50 times. You met her? Well, then you know the kind of girl she is. She likes to live her own life, be her own self, do her own thing. That's not too hard to do when you have $50,000 of untaxed income a year.
Sergeant Cassidy would like to make up a list of people Bo Cooper saw regularly. Women, men, people outside the office, places he went to, restaurants, clubs, things like that. Think you can help him?
I can try.
Thanks a lot, Mr. McBride.
All of this has been such an agony for Mr. Cooper. I suppose he was drinking when you saw him.
Pretty good. Does he do that kind of thing often?
Only when he loses a son.
I want an appointment with the coroner. I want a body exhumed for re-examination. It'll probably take a court order. Oh, another thing. Check the record room. See if we have anything on a McBride. Howard J. That's M-C-B-R-I-D-E.
Mission 2.
Mission 2.
10-7 investigation. Punch stillness, 2550 mission.
Mission 2, 10-7 investigation.
Your friend Harold?
My friend Harold.
His friends.
This one and this one. Anything on his rap sheet?
Poor Alias's butt. Freddie Trench made his bail the last time he was pulled in.
Come on, keep moving this way.
Jones, between Sacramento and Clay at 904.
Mission 5, headquarters.
Mission 5.
Send the wagon and cast them off.
10-4, Mission 1, 1721 15th Street, A driveway.
You creep. He's gonna wipe you out.
Mission 1, 1721 15th Street, driveway, 10-4.
And I want you to know that tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, that resolution will be presented to the state legislature.
Thank you very much.
I tell you, to watch these feeble attempts to
Except
hold
for me,
us the
Captain.
women from
I sure did.
Well,
let me ask you.
We must take steps immediately to stop this.
What makes you think you can get away with having that body exhumed?
Well, I need an inquest. That includes an autopsy report, Captain.
You think Cooper's going to stand for that? I can tell you right now, and you can bet your last buck. The minute Cooper's notified, he's going to go to some judge in the Superior Court and get himself a restraining order. It'll take him a little less than 5 minutes to do it, and you'll have nothing.
Captain, I understand.
It's not the chief's policy to give preferential treatment to men like Cooper or anybody else. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to watch your step with him. Have you established yet how Bo Cooper got on that cable car?
Well, we know he was trying to see Trench. Now, that takes some doing, but Bo Cooper was no fool. Sooner or later, at the right time, he made the right phone call, talked to the right person, and was told where to go and when to be there.
Well, why do you want to see Trench? What's the connection?
I don't know. All of it probably goes back to that drowning. This is a big killing, Captain, a prominent man. There had to be a lot of money behind it.
It had to be. Probably. I've seen more footwork and paperwork than brainwork on this case. 8 men tied up. 3 inspectors, 3 assistant inspectors, 2 sergeants. So far, you've got 4 nickel-and-dime hoodlums to show for it. What have you really got? Anything?
They all work for Trench's organization in one way or another.
And they'll be back on the street before you finish your paperwork.
Captain, I am certain that one of those men paid those youngsters to start that commotion on the cable car.
Which one?
Harold Britton is his name.
Has he admitted it?
No.
You think he will?
No.
Then why did you arrest him?
Because it's the only way to get Trench out into the open where we can have a look at him.
I'm not so sure of that. I'm not so sure of that at all.
Well, I am.
Have you picked up Raphael, whatever his name is?
We're working on it.
Pick him up.
Is that an order? Or can I handle it my way?
I'm going to tell you exactly where you stand. I don't like the way you've been handling this. I'm not the only one in the building who doesn't like it. You're upsetting a lot of people. You're stepping on a lot of toes. One more step out of line, and bluey.
Right on down the stairs, boys. Just go right on down. You can look at the view when you get outside.
You know, I still haven't finished the paperwork on those guys, and Freddie Trench has already bailed them out.
Keep moving, otherwise you'll find yourself right back in a slammer.
Right on down the stairs, boys. Come on, let's go.
I was hoping we could hold on to him.
About those 2 girls that testified with McBride at the inquest. One of them's Betty Jo Madden from Mexico City. I couldn't reach her. Behave yourself. The other's Arlene Towner. She's got a little record in New York. Shoplifting, bad checks, offering.
Wouldn't make a completely reliable witness, would it?
I'm working on it.
Inspector Van Alsdale?
That's right.
Mr. Trench's lawyer. He'd very much like to see you.
They were clever.
Someone here to see you, Lou.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Come on in.
This Miss Lewis?
That's right.
Hey, Miss Lewis. My name's Cassidy.
Hello, Raphael. Thanks for coming down.
Go ahead, Raphael. He's got something he wants to tell you. What did we talk about? Harold paid me $5 to go on that cable car last Saturday.
Who was with you?
Tommy D and Gabby Webster. I'll go to jail. They just did it for me.
Nobody's going to jail, Raphael.
I don't want a big lecture. She talked to me enough already.
I bet she did.
It wasn't easy for you to come down here, was it?
No.
Well, Sergeant Cassidy and I appreciate it. We won't forget it.
Is there anything else?
As a matter of fact, there is. I need your help again, Raphael. Could you tell me whether you've ever seen any of these men before? He might have had his face covered with a hat or a scarf, so you'll have to look very carefully, okay?
Audience 3025 East Main, 3rd Street, number 4. 10-8. 10-4, thank you.
Well?
I've seen him before.
Where?
On the cable car.
How'd you get over here?
We took the bus.
ID, this is Van Alsdale. Our killer's name is Shoddy. Victor Edward Shoddy. S-H-O-D-D-Y. SF number 4799752. I want an APB. That's right. Jerry? I'm going to ask one of our units to drive you home, and I'm going to ask you to stay home for the next day or so.
I ain't scared.
I know that. Inspector Poole will arrange a detail. He'll be with you at all times. If you feel uneasy, just give me a call, okay?
Okay.
Thanks again for coming. Behave yourself.
He said alone.
I know what he said.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
He says how it's going to be.
Where is he?
You're the fancy cop with the fancy name. What are you trying to do, make it fancier?
I'm investigating a murder case.
Yeah, well, you go ahead and do that. Just don't shine your badge on me or my boys.
Looking for Donnie Boy? Don't. You got problems of your own. Where were you last Saturday?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I got a witness. It puts me in Los Angeles last Saturday.
What time?
All day, all night.
What's his name?
Who?
Your friend in L.A.
You take chances, brother.
Ask you a question, Mr. Trench.
H.B. Quittick, Q-U-I-T-T-I-C-K. He's an attorney.
Address?
Look it up yourself. Now, I got a question for you. How much?
Are you offering me a bribe?
I deny it.
Turn around.
You're kidding.
Turn around, now. Are you resisting the lawful command of a police officer? right. Inspector Van Alsdale. Yes, put him on. Hello, Captain. Yes. Yes, I see. Thank you very much. Oh, no, not bad. Looks like rain. Good night. You can go now, Mr. Trench.
So long. Lou?
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
Good night.